my last video where I explained all the basic notation, skip to this point here. Otherwise, keep watching, I'll be explaining everything you need to know. Alright, so let's start off with R, U, D, F, and B. So R means turning the right layer clockwise like this. And L means turning the left layer clockwise like this. And notice how they go in the opposite direction. R goes up and L goes down. U means turning the top layer clockwise like this. And D means turning the bottom layer clockwise like this. And again, they go in the opposite direction. One goes to the left and one goes to the right. F means turning the front layer clockwise like this. And B means turning the back layer clockwise like this. And once again, you can see that they go in the opposite direction. Whenever you see an apostrophe behind a letter, you would read it as R prime, U prime, or F prime. This means instead of turning it clockwise, you would turn it anti-clockwise. Here's how to execute these moves. R prime means turning the right layer anti-clockwise like this. And L means turning the left layer anti-clockwise like this. And surprise, surprise, they go in the opposite direction. R prime goes down and L prime go up. By now, I think you get the gist of it. U prime goes anti-clockwise like this. D prime goes anti-clockwise like this. F prime goes anti-clockwise like this. And D prime goes anti-clockwise like this. One easy way to remember this is that they come in 3 sets, and in each set they go in a different direction. So for example, R would go up and L would go down, or U would go to the left and D would go to the right. If you notice the number 2 behind the letters such as R2, U2 or D2, this means you would do the same move twice, in other words, turning it 180 degrees. For example, R2 goes like this or like this. Either way, it will be the same thing. I'll give you another example. U2 is turning the top layer twice like this. Here's a picture of the summary I made myself. Feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot. Another common notations are small case letters. We call it small r or small u. This means instead of turning one layer, you would drag another layer with it. So for example, R goes like this, but to do a small r, you would bring another layer with it, like this. I'll give you another example. Small r prime will go like this. This is because U prime goes anti-clockwise and you bring another layer with it, so like this. Here's a few other notations that are less common, which are XYZ and MES. XYZ basically means turning the whole cube in one direction. These ones are harder to remember, but if you associate each of them with one specific move, it'll be way easier. Let's start off with X. X follows the R move like this. Y follows the U move like this. And lastly, Z follows the F move like this. M is associated with the R point move like this. You can use your ring finger to do it like this. That's how I do it, like this. So E is associated with the U prime move like this. I'll do it again like this. And lastly, S is a bit different. You can say that it's stubborn and it still follows the F move. So it goes something like this. So there you have it. That's basically all the basic notations that you need to know to read any 3x3 algorithm. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to put it in the comment box below. If you find this tutorial helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. My name is Jacqueline and I'll see you in the next one.